Andre, did you know that 3 out of 4 Rivians sold are the R1S? In other words, this one, the 3-row SUV, and not the T, which is a truck.
You know, that's a little bit surprising because I thought a lot of people like me appreciate a pickup truck.
Well, apparently a lot of people appreciate the 3rd row and the utility of a 3-row SUV more than they do an electric pickup truck. But in this video, we're going to do this just in.
Yeah, we want to find out why. Why is this so popular?
Now, this is the brand new quad motor R1S with over 1,000 horsepower, Andre. It's mind-blowing.
1,025 horsepower. You know, when the Rivians first came out, right, several years back, they had like 835 horsepower, and you and I were losing our mind, but now they turned it up.
Yeah, the other thing that's mind-blowing is the price, which we'll tell you at the end of this video.
Yes.
But I can assuredly say that it is over $100,000, and not a little bit over $100,000.
No, it's not a little bit over.
All right,
no.
Here's my issue with this vehicle.
Yes.
It looks like the old one.
Yeah, that is an issue. So this is technically Gen 2, right? So they had R1S and R1T first generation. Now, last year, about more than a year ago, they upgraded them. And Roman, if you look closely, you see this indentation and these striations?
Yeah.
That's the 2nd gen.
Wow, I can show that to my neighbor. He's got the R1T. I think he'll be over the moon.
So if you know, you know. You know, it's one of those things that if you do know, you really, really know.
And if you know that
Yes.
they also did a lot underneath the skin. So what they did was they got rid of a lot of computers. They got rid of a lot of copper wiring.
Yeah.
And they made it much more, well,
Centralized.
much more centralized.
Yes.
And much more efficient.
Zonal, if I may say so.
The one thing they haven't changed, which is, I would think would have been a good thing to change. Where is that button?
Yeah.
Come on, there it is this kind of frunk that has this tall liftover.
Yes.
You know, I would like to see this be part of that, or that be part of this, depending on how you look at it.
Well, many other vehicles, for example, I'm thinking about the Hummer SUV, I'm thinking about even the Gravity, Lucid Gravity, right? They have a little bit of an easier egress into the front. But look at this, Roman, it's pretty deep actually. So when you open up this floor, it does keep going and going.
Yeah, and you have a charger that comes with it, I take it, which is nice. A lot of electric cars now don't come with chargers. So it is a pretty roomy frunk. And a lot of people would say, why even have a frunk?
I appreciate this, especially in the pickup truck, which it's not. I know we have a back cargo area also to keep a lot of stuff. But like you were saying, for Gen 2, they changed almost everything underneath, right? The battery enclosures, the battery packaging, the motors are more powerful, the zonal architecture, the software is changed. They changed a lot of things inside.
Yeah, and they don't actually specify how big the battery is, but Car and Driver says it's 111 kilowatt hours.
Well, not this one. This is the max range, which is 140 according to Car and Driver.
140 kilowatt hour battery.
Yes.
What's the range?
Well, it depends.
Okay.
Here's the big thing.
So tires?
It depends on tires a lot. So with these particular tires, I wrote down some notes. So because you can get it in a variety of wheel and tire packages, but with all terrains, 325 miles of range in normal driving mode, or 350 miles of range, Rivian says, in conserve mode, which actually mostly provides power from the front axles, from the front motors, versus the rear.
Now, as you can tell, those big ass tires look like they're Scorpions, look like they're stuffed into the wheel wells, but that's because it does have air suspension.
Yeah, it has height adjustable suspension. So it has lots of tricks, right? As far as performance, off-roading, we'll show you some of the software on the inside.
I'll give you another big number I remember from the launch. So I went on the launch of the 2nd generation truck, but it's the same thing. Guess how much ground clearance this has when you put it into its highest mode?
I want to say something like 14.
Exactly.
Right? 14?
Yeah, it's over 14 inches, which is mind-blowing. That is a lot.
And also flat bottom. So I don't know, it's hard to kind of show, but if you kind of look underneath, it's super flat. I mean, there is nothing hanging down, no differentials, you know, no big transmissions. There's a tiny hump in the very back to hold those rear motors. There's a tiny hump, but the clearance on this thing is amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
Let me put that in perspective. A G-Wagon or even a Wrangler would have about 10 inches of ground clearance.
Yeah.
This has basically almost 50% more.
Climate Exchange is hosting their 10th annual EV giveaway, and in celebration of this milestone, they're hosting 2 EV giveaways with 2 chances to win your dream EV. If you're looking at your dream top-of-the-line vehicle, take a shot at their Luxury Raffles grand prize. The prize is any EV on the market, or even 2, up to $120,000. Or if luxury isn't your thing, but you still want to go electric, they've introduced an even more affordable mini raffle where the prize is any EV up to $45,000. And like always, they cover all the taxes on the EVs they give away. Climate Exchange is a non-profit powering state-level solutions to climate change, and their work is more important than ever this year. So please consider supporting this crucial cause while also getting the chance to win your dream EV. Buy your tickets today at carbonraffle.org/TFLEV.
This is a This Just In video. We will be taking this off-road, so stay tuned for that. This is kind of our first look at it. So if you want to see how this does off-road, that'll be over at TFL Off-Road.
And we're also scheming. We kind of want to tow with this too, right?
Yeah, I think we should do an Ike with it, because how much is the tow?
So different versions are slightly different. This particular one about 7,700 pounds, which is kind of where most of the mid-sized pickup trucks are, and also pretty sizable amount of towing.
Now this competes with other electric 3-row SUVs like the Escalade, which starts at where this leaves off.
IQ, yes.
IQ. Let's say that goes up to 150, so you can guess where this starts.
Yeah.
The Lucid Gravity.
Yep.
Maybe even a G-Wagon, even though it doesn't have a 3rd row.
And also the Hummer CV, which doesn't have a 3rd row. But this does.
They all have one thing in common.
What's that?
They're all over 100. Well, the
Yes.
Lucid's a little bit less.
Yes.
But
Roman, I have one more issue, and I think you might agree with me on this. We rarely agree. But quad motor doesn't have a lot of flashy graphics. I mean, it says in tiny letters, quad, and there's a little Yeti guy standing right here, and his hair is blowing backwards. So he is kind of hinting at the performance of this. 1,025 horsepower combined. But Roman, if I have a high horsepower vehicle, I want to see like air intakes and vents and spoilers.
I would go with the sticker package at least. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, this is the top of the line. And if you buy one, you kind of want to let your friends, neighbors, enemies know that you've got enough money to afford this thing.
Yeah.
And that little Yeti and the little quad motor Insignia is not going to do it.
But this is kind of stealth, right?
Yeah,
Stealth luxury, which I can appreciate. Roman, there's one more thing. So because this is kind of a top-of-the-line Rivian and not a basic dual motor, this also has, check it out, an air compressor.
Yeah, that's
Look
really
at that.
cool. You know, it doesn't have a spare tire.
Ooh.
Yeah, visit our friends at Modern Spare.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll sort you out for one.
Yeah, check out Modern Spare, because even if they don't offer a spare tire for your vehicle, for example,
They might have at some point.
they might eventually, especially if you let them know, because they engineer their spare tires for each vehicle that it's available for.
I was talking to them over the weekend on our podcast.
Yeah.
Guess what their second most popular vehicle brand is for spare tires?
Tesla?
Exactly, yeah. 'Cause electric vehicles seem to have
Yes.
forgotten that people need spare tires.
But Roman, this interior does not look too huge. I mean, this area is nice. You could fold down
You're gonna make me get in the
50-50.
back seat. I'll get in the back seat.
I would like to see you in the back seat.
This is always the fun part of this just in, seeing if I can actually get in the back seat. Oh, I don't want to show my
Let me entertain people.
Yeah, you
Don't look
entertain
over.
people, don't look,
Don't
yeah.
look there. Look here.
look over here. Okay,
Do not look.
I'm back here, Andre.
Oh,
Okay, let me close this.
move it forward. So,
so,
do you have any space?
Well, I mean, I have enough knee room here. Cool. I'll show them my knee room back here, so you can see that's how much knee room I have, which isn't grand.
Okay.
But you know, I have pretty good headroom, and I have my own like little sunroof back here. The question is, can you fit in the 2nd row with me being in the 3rd row?
Okay, well, let me try. We're both pretty big and tall dudes.
Yeah.
Barely. So if I actually,
Don't lean back, please. That hurts.
so if I have my knees kind of surrounding the seat, and by the way, this is in my driving position, so I'm pretty much, quite a ways back. In a pinch, we could travel like this.
Yeah, I mean, if you're used to a Suburban,
This is smaller.
This is probably not going to be. Let's call this a more European approach to the third row.
Yeah.
Than an American approach.
Well, this is also supposed to be an adventurous vehicle, right? So don't look over there. Look here.
Thank you, Andre. I appreciate that.
This is supposed to be an adventurous vehicle. So talking about ground clearance, breakover angles, departure angles, all kinds of different angles.
It's funny. There we go. I figured it out. There's a lot of buttons you have to hit. There we go. So, you know, like I said, it's more of a European approach to a third row than an American approach. If you want the big ass American SUV, get yourself a Yukon or a Suburban, maybe even a Tahoe.
Or Escalade IQ, maybe.
Escalade IQ is going to be a lot bigger. Yeah. So I do like the look of this, Andre.
Yeah.
Those Pirelli Scorpions stuffed into those wheel wells are damn sexy. I love the color and I love the clean kind of, you know, unornate design. But I'm with you, this being like the most off-roady one.
Yeah.
I'd love to see something more than, you know, Yeti with his hair blown back.
Or also the highest performance. Can you hang out here for just a second? I'm going to raise the suspension.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, bring it up.
Let me try that so you could see the difference between.
Are those
what it is.
35s? They probably are 35s.
They're 34s.
34s, close enough. All right, let's see what it looks like when we bring it up, Andre. We'll show them the complete and comprehensive control panel you get.
Oh, yeah.
You can make this thing your own in a lot of different ways in terms of its performance. So you figured it out?
Yeah, so I asked it to go highest.
Yeah?
Can you see anything?
It's slowly going up. I hear it farting. I mean, I hear the pump working.
No, it's working. Yes, it's just working.
It's slowly going up.
It's not the fastest.
No, you can see it. And it's also doing it in that weird kind of seesaw way where the back goes up and then the front goes up and the back goes up.
Uh-huh.
You're getting there. Oh, look at that. What'd you do?
Oh, I let off the brake.
Oh, that helped.
Yeah.
It's still going up.
So we should see quite a large difference,
Oh
right?
my gosh, yeah, underneath you can see almost 14 inches. That is pretty incredible. Of course, the downside to all this off-road goodness is that the ride gets very harsh because you lose suspension travel.
Yes. Well, we should talk about software and we should take it for a drive.
All right, let's go.
Because this is crazy. Crazy stuff.
Let's go take it for a drive. I do love the interior. It is very elegant. You know, it is kind of a new definition of luxury. Simplistic and yet tastefully done. You said this is the ocean theme?
Yeah, the interior is ocean theme, so basically driftwood. I mean, and that does feel good, Roman. There's like porous wood on the dashboard. It's got kind of a light motif. We have a panoramic sunroof. I mean, there's also one over the third
Is it
row.
photochromatic? Can you change
Yes,
it? Oh.
so I could go in here,
Yeah.
in my car panel, and if you look up,
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
I don't know if you could tell a difference from here, Cole.
It goes lighter
There.
and darker. Yeah, it's very subtle.
So let me kind of turn around a little bit.
So here you have all your off-road goodies in terms of compass, elevation, we're a mile above sea level, of course, pitch and roll, and tire pressures and motor temperatures. But there's even a better one, which is called the Rad Tuner. So this lets you customize, and when I was in the launch, they showed me this. This lets you customize everything from, you know, where you want the torque split to be. Right now we're at 50-50.
Yeah.
How much wheel spin you want. Do you want stability on? Do you want dampening? 30% stiffness, wherever you want. Right, height adjustment, off-road steering, all kinds of, I mean, it's pretty customizable.
You know what this almost looks like? Like, Cole knows this. If you're a DJ at the party and you have, you know, lots of different, you know, switches and settings you can do, right, Cole? No,
Cole's laughing.
No.
All right, and the other cool thing is, of course, you have your HVAC down here, which is always displayed. So we do have heated front row, heated middle row, and Cole was saying even heated third row.
Yeah, and I
Wow.
would expect that for this price point.
Yeah, and then just like Tesla, you got your little roller controls there.
Yes.
My biggest gripe with this is, besides the fact that it looks like the old one, is that it's just too much in the screen. Right? It's too.
Well, but then you can calm it down, right? So you could have different screens. And actually, this software and the latest generation of this software is so good. They made a deal with Volkswagen, and they have a joint venture
With
now,
Scout.
right? Yes, and Scout.
Yes.
And so a lot of the underlying software that you see here is also going to be underlying in many VW and Scout vehicles as well.
I like how you said they made a deal when they like bought Scout or bought a portion of Scout for what, $5 billion or something, or they gave Rivian $5 billion.
Well, yes, that
like
was
that.
$5 billion
Investment.
worth of
Hey,
but you know what?
Go back
Rivian
to that
needed it.
screen you were back at. Was it this one? Oh yeah, look, there's a camping mode, which is pretty cool.
Gear guard.
Yeah.
There's dog mode. There's there's different energy screens like we are on here. You can kind of tell it how far to charge. Oh, also NACS port. So
Tesla
the new
friendly.
Tesla friendly port.
And this is a 400, 800 architecture.
400.
400.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of
Ish.
That's kind of disappointing because you can get a Hyundai Ioniq 5 which has 800. So what? Do you know the top charging speed?
I think it's about 210, 220. So it's not the highest.
Yeah, it's certainly keeping up with the Joneses, but certainly not ahead of them.
Yes. I need to go into a different mode because I feel like I put it in rock crawl mode.
Yes.
And it feels too aggressive.
All right.
So let me go back to on-road.
Nice.
And let me go to sport.
Yeah, probably lowered. Oh, there it goes.
Whoa.
You can see it going down.
Yes, and there's the height adjustment here. And then also, by the way, this has the latest audio system with three-dimensional surround sound. It has all of that stuff.
And I think that many electric car companies, including like Polestar, including Lucid, not including Tesla, have had a hard time getting the software right. And Rivian initially did as well, but it feels like they're not selling cars that are half-baked, at least from a software point of view, but that are mostly baked. I'm not going to say fully baked, but for the most part, what I've read and heard in published reports is that the software in these vehicles is relatively sorted, not unlike a Tesla, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I can tell right now, I mean, we only had it for a few hours today. This is a This Just In video. We'll do a lot more. But so far, it's been, everything I expected to see, it just did.
You know what? I just said that, and I saw a little man in front of your car, even though there was no little man in front of the car here.
I know, it's probably grass. Look.
It doesn't see it. Last time it thought the grass was a little pedestrian.
There
it is.
There it sees. It thinks there's, you know what? Remember Tesla's, people said it has ghost mode.
Maybe there's a leprechaun hiding in the grass.
No, maybe it's a spirit. Maybe somebody passed away in this area and it's just a spirit.
It's a ghost mode. It's a ghost detection car.
Yes.
Or maybe it thinks the grass is a pedestrian.
Yes, maybe.
All right, so, I like this car a lot. My biggest gripe, I've got 3 gripes now. My biggest gripe is it looks the same. It doesn't have enough buttons. Let's go left here. And the other thing that I would love to see is a little bit less elegance and a little bit more ruggedness.
Yeah, maybe
the two seem they don't go together.
But they have a distinct Rivian style.
Yes.
Like when you look at the interior and you kind of see the aesthetic of it, it's Rivian, but I agree with you, especially for this fire-breathing 1,000 horsepower version, it needs to be a little bit more loud.
You know what, Rivian, this is a recommendation for you. Next time, run the Baja 1000.
Okay.
Because I think they did some kind of an off-road race recently.
Yeah, but whenever an electric vehicle participates in a major race like that, I think there's different distances.
Yes.
Because charging up an electric vehicle is way different than refueling
but I'm
an
saying
internal combustion one.
Whatever team you get to run that will do some off-roady modifications to this, right? Lights.
Maybe a winch.
Maybe a winch, maybe a guard. And then, because I think they did Pikes Peak. That's what they did. I got that wrong. When I was on the launch, they had the Pikes Peak vehicle.
Yes.
So they ran Pikes Peaks. But do an off-roady race series. And then all those modifications that they do, take those and put them on this car. And then you've got me as a customer. Because I want, especially here in Colorado, I want to show my off-roadiness on my sleeve. And I don't want to hide it, like these floor mats. Cole, if you show those floor mats, they're beautiful, but my gosh, even if you're doing, let's say, non-muddy pass, I would feel bad bringing my boots into this vehicle that I'm going to get those dirty. I want to see like WeatherTech kind of floor mats. I just want to see something that's much more square-jawed and purposeful and less kind of going to the opera and more going to And this is what Rivian has done from the beginning, right? They had the Outdoor Adventure Network. This is their thing, and yet the car does not feel or look like it is their thing.
Like you want the spare tire hanging on the back door.
Yes.
You want a shovel on the roof.
I want
right?
auxiliary lights across the top.
Auxiliary lights.
These are pretty basic things.
Yes.
All right, shall we floor it? Head back, everybody.
Head back.
Okay. Whoa! Television! Oh, you almost jumped it, Andre.
This does weigh almost 7,000 pounds.
I want to say 0 to 60 in what, 2 something?
2.6.
Yeah.
But there's a little caveat. So for 2.6 0 to 60, you have to have those summer performance tires, which are staggered, which is a little bit wider in the back.
Yeah.
A little bit narrower in the front.
It's also kind of crazy when it comes to replacing or swapping the tires, right? Because when they're staggered, it's going to be a little interesting.
Yeah, and also your top speed goes up a little bit in that other tire.
I want to say the truck has 113.
You don't want to keep going?
No, we'll do that in the following video.
Okay.
This is just a taste of Rivian.
Okay.
I want to say, what, 113 for the truck, top speed, when we drag raced it?
Yeah, something like that. But in the special tire, in the quad motor, the new one, it's about 130 or 131. So they bumped up that top speed.
That's a lot of speed for a vehicle that weighs
By the way,
a lot.
only in the racetrack, by the way. Triple-digit speeds are illegal. I mean, it's jail time.
Well, if
worthy.
you're on the Autobahn.
Well, then it's okay on the Autobahn.
Yeah, but otherwise, you're exactly right. So it's always been kind of a mixed bag with this vehicle. I love the looks, I love the styling, and yet I feel like they're kind of missing the boat when it comes to its off-road credibility. Even though it has it. I took the truck off-road on a very, very steep, slippery mountainside, and the thing had no problem. When we first had this, in the first generation, it kind of did struggle in the snow, remember, a little bit?
Mm-hmm. They fixed a lot of those issues.
Yeah, like it had e-locker. When I say e-lockers, I mean it had virtual lockers, not mechanical lockers, and they struggled a little bit. We're supposed to get some snow this week, so I'm hoping that we can actually take it back in the snow and see how it does.
Yeah, and also it has a special towing screen. So, and what I love about Rivian, it will estimate the weight of your trailer. It gives you special range. For example, it says if your trailer is 7,000 pounds-ish, you might expect 149 miles of range. So it gives you those warnings, and it's very upfront, right? And there's a lot of data here, including, Roman, our motor temperatures, our tire pressures, our elevation. It's all very, very clear right there.
Our battery temperature.
Yes.
That'll be interesting when we're doing the Ike.
Ooh, yes.
Because that's going to go up.
Yes.
All right, so we promised them a price, Andre.
Yeah.
You want to go outside and tell them the price? Because it is rather breathtaking.
But we'll start at the beginning.
Yeah.
We'll start at the beginning.
And then the other great thing about this, the other great thing about this car, Andre, is, there's a lot of people who are longing to buy cars that are very American.
And this is very American.
This and Tesla, ironically, are the most American vehicles you could buy, right? Made in Normal, Illinois.
Yes.
My home state.
So dual standard battery. So the smallest battery, about 98 kilowatt hours, two motor, not four motor, starts at 76,990. So about 77 grand is where the dual motor base model starts. Now there's various versions. There's a bigger battery dual, there is a tri-motor version, but this quad motor starts at 121,990.
And as tested?
127.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure you need the quad motor, Andre. I think the sweet spot in this might be the dual motor or even the tri-motor.
Yeah, I mean, tri-motor has 850 horsepower. I mean, that's more than you could potentially ever want.
Well, what if you want tunnel vision every time you leave the stoplight?
Then get this.
Exactly right.
Yes.
All right, guys, well, head on over to All TFL, where we're hopefully going to have a towing test with this.
Yes.
Andre has promised that
Off-road test?
Ike it, and we're going to take it off-road. So we got a lot more coming with the brand new Rivian R1S. Thank you, Rivian, for letting us test it, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thank
Ciao.
you.